Borneo is the third largest island in the world. Bigger than Texas and Oklahoma combined and 5 times the combined area of England and Wales, the island contains only one of 2 rainforests in the world that remain where you can find mankind's closest relative, the orangutan. The 21st century brings with it testing times for the orangutan. Both Sumatran and Bornean orangutans find themselves on the endangered species list as the rainforest habitat which surrounds them rapidly declines. It is predicted by some experts that both species could become extinct within the next 10 years, a tragedy that many are not prepared to see happen. Every year, the Orangutan Foundation UK dispatches 4 teams of volunteers to Borneo who will undertake numerous projects designed to protect orangutans and their surrounding environment. For the 3rd team of 2007, it was their task to construct a guard post.
The importance of being here, building this guard post, is obviously to protect these pockets of forest that have been or being mined, exploited for illegal logging. Whilst we've been here building this post, we've seen evidence of people going backwards and forwards on the river past us, in clotocks taking timber out of the forest. Understand that they've got a livelihood, they need to put money in their pockets to provide for their families. So nothing against the people, but we're here to actually protect this area of forest so we can rehabilitate orangutans back into the area.
Alongside the huge rise in conversion of land for palm oil plantations, logging, both legal and illegal, continues to pose a threat to the orangutan. The huge logging barges that routinely run the course of the rivers into nearby towns for milling are a constant reminder of the mammoth scale of the problem we face to preserve the rainforest. Orangutans are tree-dwelling animals. The majority of their time is spent up in the rainforest canopy. It is up there they both eat and sleep. Adult male orangutans are fiercely territorial. They therefore require large areas of forest to roam in. This also ensures that they and their females face less competition for food. Reducing logging would certainly help their struggle for space, but there isn't a quick-fire solution. Aside from visible reductions of the rainforest, other effects of deforestation are less obvious. For example, rising water levels as the rainforest struggles to absorb moisture. At the beginning of Team 3's volunteer programme, this makeshift toilet to be used for the duration of the project was 3 feet above the river surface. As a result of rainfall, just 1 week into the programme it was fully submerged in water. Throughout the following weeks, the water level continued to rise, eventually flooding the volunteer living quarters and even the guard post building site.
I'm from Kumai. I lived 7 years on the forest with orangutan. I have noticed in these years, because the forest getting smaller, the river water rises very quickly when it rains.
Perhaps orangutans would be able to cope better with rainforest decline if they had a faster rate of reproduction, but the fact remains that they have the slowest rate of all primates, having only 1 offspring every 7 to 8 years. Infant orangutans will stay with their mothers for the first 8 years of their lives and are totally dependent on them. This makes the fact that such infant orangutans are often captured and sold as pets even more disturbing.
I love the way the babies cling to their mothers. Like human babies, we need to look after them, wash them, feed them and clean them. I can understand why people want them as pets, because as babies they're so cute and cuddly and you can cuddle them and treat them like a human baby. However, eventually they grow into something much more bigger, stronger and with a much more willpower than humans can ever deal with.
Steps are being made to help repopulate the endangered orangutan, but it is a difficult task. Rehabilitation centres are bombarded with new orangutans to care for regularly. Surrogate human mothers then have the consuming task of helping these orphan orangutans age and are on hand day and night to tend to their needs as their mothers would in the wild. The problem, however, then lies in where they can release orangutans once they are old enough and have the skills to survive on their own. Suitable areas of the rainforest are forever becoming more limited. Helping to raise awareness further about orangutan conservation are campaign groups such as Yayasan Orangutan Indonesia, or Yayorin for short. Not only do they aim to educate people locally about the great ape, they also invest and experiment with more environmentally friendly and sustainable crop growing. It is hoped that by demonstrating new successful methods of farming, locals will stop making new plantations that would be unnecessary if they were to look after their original land better.
Whilst looking after the orangutans now and the conservation work now is really important, it's also important to look at the long term. Like Yayorin, they look at educating people, which I think is the most important thing. And being a teacher, I can obviously see the importance of educating the children in ways of looking after their natural environment and ways that they can find different work from things like illegal logging.
The Orangutan Foundation UK volunteer programme ties in with both these movements in providing financial support and manpower towards conservation projects that wouldn't otherwise be feasible to undertake. The beauty of volunteer programmes such as this one is that anybody can help make a difference if they really want to.
When I was thinking about coming out here, I told a lot of people about what I was going to be doing. And everyone said, that's so great, and I wish I could do that, and I would love to do that, but most people I know would never do it. And I'm not sure if it's a fear of what they might experience or something so different, but I think it's important for people to come out and bring back the knowledge they learn here and bring back the culture and how ingrained everything in the forest is with the people and how the organisms are all connected with each other.
As the 6-week volunteer programme draws to a close, a new guard post is almost complete and another small step has been taken in protecting the orangutan's habitat through combating deforestation. But the fight goes on.
Orangutans are such beautiful and intelligent creatures. It would be a real shame to see them gone from their natural habitat so that other people cannot enjoy them.
If in the future the only way to be able to see these beautiful animals would be in a zoo, that would be very sad for me. They should be able to live in the wild, and we both should be able to live on this planet together as one.
The orangutans are the top of the food chain. Every orangutan that dies, it's going to affect everything below it. Things they eat. If there's no orangutans to eat what they eat, then it goes on and on down the food chain. And if they go, then so much of the forest is going to also be affected. It's not just orangutans, it's everything else.
Protecting the orangutan protects the rainforest and in turn the many species that share its habitat. To not find these amazingly intelligent apes in the world anymore would be a travesty of the highest order. Hopefully it's not yet too late and we can still make a difference.